Hearing pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending open provisions of the open meeting law. General Law 38. Governor Healy's Bill 9, 2022 revised order extending remote participation by all members in any meeting of a public body. This meeting of the Great Barrington Housing Authority will be conducted both in person and via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information on the general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and/or parties with a right and/or requirement to attend this meeting can be found on the town's website. For this meeting, members of the public and committee members may attend the meeting in person, or for those who wish to do so remotely may by following the instructions on this agenda. For those who are not in person, every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technological means. And then on the bottom, pursuant to MGL 7C30A, Section 20, after notifying the chair of the public body, any person may make a video or audio recording of an open session of a meeting of a public body, or may transmit the meeting through any medium. At the beginning of the meeting, the chair shall inform other attendees of any such recordings. Any member of the public wishing to speak at the meeting must receive permission of the chair. The listings of agenda items are those reasonably anticipated by the chair, which may be discussed at the meeting. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by law. Town bylaw enables citizens to comment on a topic before any official vote is taken on it. So with that being read, I am the vice chair according to the town website, so I'm going to call the meeting to order. We don't need roll call because everyone's here physically. Okay, so I'm going to take that as advice. First and foremost, I want to send best wishes to Mr. John Grogan, who we hope is on the rebound and recovering from some medical challenges. But we wish he was here, and we understand why he's not here. So our first item on the agenda is to choose a chairman to succeed John. He resigned, I guess, effective March 5th. Today is March 8th. I am going to nominate Maureen to take over as chairman. Do we have a second on that?
You want it? You're doing plenty already.
I question whether you've been involved to go with it.
Why don't we have a second to the motion, then we'll have a discussion.
Second.
So Jackie is seconding, and then we're open for discussion. Floor is open.
We have an awful. You've never been on the board before.
No, not a town board, not a public board.
Yeah. Do you think you can do it?
I mean, I think that we ought to find out if anyone else is able to do that. I'm computer illiterate, and the chairman of the board has to do a lot of things, which I, in 100 years, don't want to learn.
So you're a hard no. Phil?
Yeah, I guess I'm a logical candidate since I'm the vice chair, but I am fully booked, I would say. And so I cannot take on another chairman position, or as I'm the interim executive director of the Community Development Corporation of Southern Berkshire, which is a mouthful. And I'm just quite busy these days. And I made this motion, I certainly support and lean to offer assistance to her in every way possible. But as I learned as chair of the finance committee, a big part of the job is having time to orchestrate and administer great agendas, routine of move things along. And I just don't have time for that, but I certainly help out or even solve it.
Yeah, and one, you know, you can try it. And if it's not working out for you, you
So
can,
Bill,
you
Bill
can
is,
say so.
so Bill is a hard no.
I would consider it. Yep.
To be honest, for me, I am almost done working. If we were to, after the election, reorganize in May, that's a better point for me to think about taking it on.
Right.
I have a suggestion. What about our being co-chairs?
I'm such a bad team. My daughter says, she gave me post-its that say, I'm not bossy, I just have better ideas.
I love it. Oh, I love it. I love that, yeah.
I do like, I like it when I have a job to do. And I do work really hard at it, but I like to do it the way I like to do it, to be honest.
And I know you do. And I'm a little concerned that what this board needs may take you more time than you have.
That's correct. Yeah, I mean, coming into it, I talked to Phil about it, and, actually yesterday, my mom fell from her pelvis. Or the part of her pelvis that means she doesn't need surgery, but I'm looking at an extended stay out of town, at the car pack with all my work on my various jobs, which are all due to end in the next 2 months, you know? So it's
Which
not
by then
ideal.
will be May.
That would be May, and at that point, you can think about reorganizing. And
Yeah. Well, we have to be done
We
with
have to
it
anyway, and so by the time I actually finish my board training, you know, I need to still do, I've done the meeting law, I need to do conflict of interest. I had a lot of difficulty getting a login to the new system, you know, I'm not really up to speed. I mean, I'm always willing to take the ball and run with it when there's a need. But maybe, you know, I mean, are we having discussion on that first motion? Can we make another?
There's discussion on already.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's a motion on the table. That's what we're discussing. I think I think we need to sort of play that around first, unless Lyman
Unless you were, I don't know what that means.
Unless he amends. his
Oh, I
motion.
thought you said are in.
No,
Is that-
unless I amend. What I would say is there's really no perfect time to take on a responsibility like this. And I would also say that, as I've learned from another committee, is when you're the chair, you know, you're not king, you're,
Mhm.
you know, you're the leader. No, it's more you are chief administrator and chief liaison. So you're not charged or responsible.
Yeah, so then, I mean, what my comment to the discussion about me is that if the board as a whole has the most confidence in me taking this position at this time, I would accept it.
And I think in my mind, a big part of what needs to be done relates to, a lot of vocal emails, and sort of connectivity, of interviewing the successor.
Well, that's the whole board.
During their stop. So, yeah, I'm very mindful that I'm encouraging you to do something that is all good.
And as I said, I would do it and, believe I could do it, I believe it would be a stretch. I invite both to co-chair. However, everybody would have to be my
Yeah.
source of help and information.
But that means we send you emails. You sent me a couple of emails complaining bitterly about the amount of emails, and that really bothers me.
So, I believe I've solved that problem because when I send out an email, I just say who it's going to, but I blind copy it and it just stops the reply all, I do that. I do that.
Yeah, I mean, is the problem there just sort of managing through all the Rubik's Cube of open meeting law concerns or?
I think open, as I said, when we discussed the topic, I think we are always, the advisement is as little email exchanges as possible, just to minimize, so for instance, when I said I have COVID, right? I sent it to everybody, blind copy, right? And so you responded to me, which was great, and you said, what are your symptoms? So had it been reply all, everybody would have heard that question, and then everybody would have heard my answer, and I feel like there's a lot of unnecessary messages that are going to people who don't need to hear them, and I feel obligated to read them. Because I don't want to miss anything, but by doing the blind copy, I am way better. And I was gonna ask John to do it when he sends out a question, just so that everyone's not responding to everyone.
And
Burns up my brain. That's it for me. That is my only problem with emails. Just the reply alls. And I think we can really minimize those.
I rarely email anything back.
Yeah.
Really.
my concern is that much the board needs to know more than it has been being informed, which means asking questions and sharing information. And I'm really just concerned that that won't happen because
Yeah.
you're feeling on the emails.
And I think that's a good thing, because if we're asking questions and giving information, aren't we bored?
No. Providing information, factual information, is not violating the open meeting law. Providing information about what is happening with GBHA from discussions with the director is not a violation.
Right, but I would say, in my mind of how I think it could be best organized, is that if anyone has any concerns at any point, and I would have proposed this when John was here, I would have sent it to John. Give John, as director, as chair, he's the authority to pass along information. I think.
Yeah, what I'll say, Eileen, is I definitely wouldn't be emailing you the information. If I understand correctly, what you'd like to have transpire, I don't think I would be doing that. I think the information needs to get to the board so that they can make proper decisions as a board. I don't think there's a need for the board to be fully informed on operational issues in the board.
or informing each other.
Well, yeah, certainly are, yeah. So I mean, so this might be a philosophical difference in what we're supposed to do. So I don't think they're, you're expressing a concern that we're not fully informed, which I respect, but I just have a different opinion on that. I think that the main issue to me is that you can't put in a position where you're being asked to make a decision based on question.
I don't agree with your interpretation at all, but you don't even respond to basic questions, so Anyway.
Is that to me or?
What's to you?
it's to you. I've sent you several emails asking information. I think I once asked, never mind, we're getting way off topic. Why don't we call a question?
You mean call a vote?
Yeah.
So I made a motion, Jackie seconded. So we have 4 board members here. My understanding is we would need 3 yeses
Yeah,
to pass the motion. Okay. Jackie,
Yes.
Maureen? I mean,
yes. With my concerns, which,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
It doesn't matter. What I
Not right.
have to do what I said.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
The motion passes.
the motion passes and, thank you for your confidence. And, I look forward to your help and cooperation very much. I will say that I can always respond in 24 hours, always. I can do anything for you. Okay, but you may have to be patient with me. I can, it might, if it's late in the day, you might not hear me this morning. I can't, I have a life, I have a job, I'm a mom, and I will stay as current as I can. Texts and emails are welcome anytime. Okay, but I'll bring it.
Okay.
Of course.
Can we get on to the update on the director search?
Yeah, do we all need to say what we know? I did speak to John, and I can say what John told me. He said that Indeed.com is the way that. And he doesn't believe that any of the other things. I think one thing came in through some old advertising
There was
platform.
one that came in through the town.
Yeah, we have a problem, because we have to comply with what DHC and I'm going to call it DHC. HLC. HLC. I'm going back to HLC. Anyway, it has requirements, and even though it says that they are not necessarily specific, we have not advertised locally at all.
Right.
The town is just put it on the website, but I don't think very many people go there.
Mhm.
It also wants Boston Builders of Color,
Right.
Chapel. It's on Nero.
Yeah, I made sure I put it on there. Here's all the backup for it.
Yeah.
And there was the one application that got mailed to the office. If somebody, I don't want to be in charge of any of that.
But
That's the proof that it was posted in Mass
all right,
Journal.
they
Okay.
also want affordable
You're
housing
gonna need all
jobs
that after.
and MAC.
Whoever.
Excuse me, could I finish?
Sorry, I just don't know. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, if it's not.
It's a whole list, and the list is in the P. The list is in the PHM. It hasn't been followed. I think we really need to redo it. We wanted the April 1st extension,
Okay.
and we need that. We also should have it shifted so that it goes to Maureen instead of to John.
We did that. I did that with John, because John,
But nobody told us, and that's what I'm talking about when I say that the board members need to know what's going on.
Well, sure, but I think we need to do that at the meeting. I can talk to you about what I said with John. John called me.
I don't need to know the conversation. I just need to know that something was changed.
I'll tell you what was changed. We started out with Zoom, because you probably noticed at the last meeting, I tried to do my own Zoom, which was fine with John, so that we had, if John's fails, I got one for sure to get Zoom, right? And so what I wanted to do was to log in as John, because John has the paid subscription. And so that got cumbersome. I looked into, can I get a free trial? Did he get money back? We went through a little whatever, but because I'm eager to record the meetings, because I'm doing the minutes, he made that transfer with me. So it's set. So my name,
Okay, so you are set up.
I am set. This is,
Is that a
This is-
subscription that the
it
housing
is
authority paid for?
John.
Yes, it was,
Yes,
Okay.
in fact, I have the documentation, but he was able to put my name in, my address in,
Okay.
my credit card, when it renews. if we're gonna get-
we don't need to know that.
Okay, all right.
Okay, can we get back to the
Yes.
housing?
And
Because I
then,
said the meeting would last for 20 minutes. It's fine.
so,
All right, so there's a checklist of things we need to do.
Yeah.
And so we just need to do it, right?
Well, I think we need to advertise many people. John was going to issue a news release.
Yeah.
I don't think he did that.
so isn't it, this document you're looking at, the stuff that came in the packet from Carolina? When John passed it all to us? It's a-
And
Yeah, the PHM.
So Carolina said that.
This is from Carolina.
2103.
Yep,
And you're on page 4.
okay.
All right. We need to make sure it gets on Chapel. We need to make sure it's getting to the boards that work with people with the required credentials. Is what I'm saying.
Boards that work with people who require. credentials.
Minority.
Well, it's not just minority, it's also people who are in the field.
I'm just saying. it
But
needs
is
to
that,
be on
that's
minority.
is that a specific list?
It is a specific list that
Okay.
we got.
Can I see that, please?
So
We also need funds. Now, when I looked at warrants, and I have written Tina about this, Tina paid $738 for the spring conference of Nero, except that you're not going to be here after that. Can we get the 738 back and then we can use it for advertising?
So do we not discuss that today because it's not about the director search? Do we have,
That's not on the agenda. You might not.
it's not,
discuss it.
No, I think we can discuss it in the sense that at least we'll know where the money is coming from. I have raised the point. And the intent is that we place ads that we have to pay for. As in the Eagle.
Okay, so I think it's, in my opinion, it's clear we need to do this. I think it's right. We just need to do it, and we just need to pay for it. And if the state, we run out of money, then tell the state we use the money to pay for the ads if they told us we needed to place. So I don't think we need both things. It's a very specific list there that Maureen can pull up. We all can pull up. And we just need to do it.
And we need to do it
I
quickly.
get that.
Sure.
Yeah. And we discussed this last time, when it's time to cut a check, it comes from you, I come in, talk to you, say, we need your name for Berkshire, correct?
Huh?
Because we
What do you-
don't,
You mean when you actually going to post the ad? You can give it whatever you want posted and how you want posted. You can give it to me and I'll make sure Madonna puts it in, Eagle.
Because what
And so the administrative other,
Yes.
yeah.
Um, so, the other thing was are we doing something, so the posting as it exists, do we have to modify that at this point?
Well, we have to change it to April 1st. No, it's in this March 15th.
All right, I'll look into that. Right?
John told me he had changed everything except for a couple things, and I know the one thing that he didn't send back updated to me was the Mass Narrow posting, because that does say that March 15th.
That's what you did.
Yep.
And
The ones that I've seen, say March 15th.
Okay, he told me that he changed them. I don't know. I didn't see them.
So the town, there was the confusion with the town. Because the town also placed the ad in LinkedIn and Indeed. The same ad. So there's a certain overlap, but they did it also March 15th.
Okay.
And I don't know whether we need Carolina's approval to change it to April 1st, but she should certainly be informed today.
I thought she did approve it that way.
She apparently he,
First, but I think John. Yes.
I don't know. I thought she was asked for April 1st, but he had the final version. So I don't know. I don't think so. She does either. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Are there other local publications? Free, preferably.
You know, I think, I think Berkshire.
Ah, good.
I believe is free. I don't know that it's gonna reach, anybody. I don't know what we'll get from it.
I don't either. It's worth a try.
But it's.
Okay. Do you know whether the people who already had applied have received any recognition?
I can ask John that. I think it's appropriate to say it's been received, we'll be back in touch. Yeah,
Exactly.
easy enough.
Yeah, if you want me to help you with that, I can do that. If you clarify with John whether or not it needs.
Yeah, if he hasn't done it, you will do that. Yeah. And sure, I can ask you that. I mean, maybe, let me hold it up to the board speak, but I do have something I want to say about it. As it's gone on so far, but maybe you may, because this is just an update. This is what we know, what we have to change, stuff, I'm concerned that I feel like every resume shouldn't go out to all of us as it's received.
Why?
Because I think at this point, people, this is a preliminary, inquiry, application for the job. These people, some of them work locally, they're currently in jobs.
Have public information.
Yeah,
It's going out to the four of us.
yeah, it is only going to the four.
Right.
Thoughts?
LTO too.
And the LTO.
Oh,
yeah.
I think we should get it as they come in, everybody.
I think so
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
I think part of it is they've already gotten. We've
We've already got some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I hear your concern, but I think we need to share them all.
Mhm.
as they come.
But everyone has to just be very respectful of that.
Yeah.
We shouldn't,
Yeah.
if you see someone you might know, there's always a temptation
Just say,
to do a little diligence on that.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
yeah.
Okay. I suggest that we meet next Friday.
I
To start
That's a
with.
motion, I second.
Okay.
Friday at
One.
1, which is what we've been doing, a meeting not to exceed 1 hour.
Yeah, I won't be able to make that next Friday. encourage you to go on with that, but I think you can.
Okay,
I can
Say
make
that to prevent.
no problem.
um. This has nothing to do with that motion. It has to do with fifth member replacing John. Because of the timing of the resignation, Mark is going to check with the elections division to find out whether it can be on the ballot for the one remaining year of his term, or whether it's just an appointment. If it's a-
Somebody explain that to me. I don't-
Because the time to take out nomination papers had already started.
Right.
There's a question as to whether he resigned in time to be on the ballot.
So we don't even know that he wants to be on the ballot, correct?
Well, he's not on the ballot now because he resigned.
He isn't.
If he wants to be go back on, he has to run again or seek appointment.
And I can point that out to him, but it is, you can still grab papers in town and get your signatures.
But whether it complies with election division requirements was not known.
Are you able to look into?
This
Mark is looking into it.
I think is what.
That's up to the town clerk and Mark.
Right,
Right,
so,
so it's really a big picture, in real life, you have to elect a replacement for John or something.
Yeah.
Right.
or, yeah, okay, so if someone's, so can it go on the ballot as someone can be elected to finish his term or not?
Well, that's the question.
Yeah. So if you're able to chase that,
No, it's not up to me.
You'll remind Mark.
No, it's up to Maureen, as chairman.
but to ask Mark.
Oh, well, he'll get back to you because you asked him, won't he?
I have no idea.
No, it's not a pressing matter.
We'll find out.
John on the ballot, John's part, right?
John's seat.
John's
It's pretty clear, it's not.
Yeah. John's. Okay.
All right, when is our next regular meeting?
Well,
20th.
Are we
Well-
keeping that? I also had a question for Tina. Have you heard whether we're getting the $70,000 for the budget?
I won't hear that until they approve the budget or deny the budget.
Okay, so you.
So the first thing is today is the 7th, right?
So we're meeting
Oh,
the
this
15th at 1.
I have a meeting on my calendar Wednesday the 20th at 1.
Yeah. Is there any?
Well,
other
that's
day
when I'm
besides-
bringing my car in.
Is there any other day besides Wednesdays that's better for anybody here?
Is that your way of saying it doesn't work for you?
No, anything works for me because I have nothing to do. So I'm just thinking
I'm
about,
gonna talk to you then after the meeting.
well, no.
We should
Yeah.
not exactly.
Illiterate.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Phil, you know, you're busy and Maureen and Eileen, you're all busy. Is Wednesday the day?
No, I appreciate your asking. It's okay with me, but
Is your schedule irregular?
everything about my schedule is irregular, but I have a clear day on the 20th right now, and I have this in the calendar.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
well, just,
so do we keep that date?
Sure.
Sure.
Because we
Yeah.
can continue the conversations then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. okay.
Okay, so.
So that's the 20th that we already scheduled, right? Okay, all right.
So we need the coming week or regular.
Right.
Yeah.
Friday and Wednesday.
Unless on Friday next week, we decide to have the
The meeting on
special.
Monday, maybe Tuesday. I think one of those, 2 a.m. ones might be fun for the
Oh, no, that's,
Not
that's,
Friday.
that's the middle of the day for me.
All right,
I
so
just,
did we,
All night.
did we skip over those citizen speak and board speak?
We just haven't gotten there.
Oh, let's get there.
Early on,
I've got a year, so, am I correct that we have all finished conversation on update of director search and procedure?
Yes,
Okay.
but will you inform us as the other ads are placed?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will modify that a bit, say that that's great, that you're the president, and say that the chair determines the manner that you inform. That it could be a series of emails, or it could be a one email with a series of others. But that's a very discretion.
I don't understand what you mean.
You,
Yeah, it's.
I want to know as it's happening.
One, or should we wait,
Okay.
guys, with three.
Right, it's up to her to decide how she.
Doesn't have to be a meeting.
It does for me. I want to know what's going
yeah,
on. But I'm a reporter and it's just been nice. It's an idea.
Different.
it's a different work style, but also.
You've already said you will get back.
I will do it at my earliest opportunity. I can promise you.
Mom first.
I said that. All right, so here we are, ready to open up citizen speak. So just a quick reminder that it has something to do with life here as a tenant, and it hasn't been discussed with team, and don't want to discuss. Okay. Correct? Everybody understands what I mean?
Yep.
Anybody want to chime in, identify who you are and share with us, okay? No.
You got nothing to say?
You're better off that way.
Anything to say? No, you're all good. Everybody good?
No comments?
I would like to say, the girl that's doing this painting is doing a wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah,
job.
I know that.
I do want to say that.
Yeah.
She's a keeper.
Yeah, that's great.
No, it's wonderful.
Yeah, okay, citizen speak, all good. Board speak, anybody?
I'll second. I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn.
Can I just ask a quick question? Who's able to sign checks? The two of you, right? Phil and Eileen? Jackie, are you on the
Well,
account?
I'm
I
treasurer.
want to be put on.
Well, the problem is I can't reorganize with the bank right now because everything's gonna shift again.
Yeah.
And John just got off.
Can't we get it done first shift?
Do you know the process of
Yeah,
having her
yeah.
switch all those accounts? It's a nightmare. And the last time it took us months.
I've been through that. It takes, by the time you get it
That's
done,
fine.
she'll be gone.
I'll be
The
gone.
new director, I will get out.
So,
So the only person who gets signed checks is
It's me,
you. Yeah, I don't think I ever,
but that should
I
be,
haven't signed.
See.
Yeah, no, but you're authorized to, correct?
Okay, I believe I.
Okay.
I can't say I remember.
Well,
I'm not,
She's definitely not.
No, I know you're
I
not.
believe I.
well, as treasurer,
Correct.
it's part of my job responsibility, according to the bylaws. And I'm really convenient.
Right.
That's-
But I've also had issues with you in the past not signing some checks and I don't want to
No,
have
you
stuff.
didn't.
Yes, I have. You've had checks being held before and I just don't want any issues, that's all.
Okay, so it sounds like we have a plan that I mean, will continue to sign checks during the remainder of Pete's term.
Okay.
And if there's a problem, then care would be notified.
That's funny, because the last board, everybody was on the account and anybody could sign. So, one before all this, so
yeah.
once the new director comes in, I think we should all get on and be able to sign, you never know. And I'm also convenient.
No, I agree. Everyone should be on the account, but at this point, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I didn't mention it, 'cause
Yeah.
it was.
Okay,
ah,
all right,
So
so, Motion?
I made a motion to adjourn. I made the motion to
So
adjourn.
before we get to that, just really quick, I just want to come back to, I'm now thinking it is really super important to go back to all that and let them know.
Agreed.
So you're gonna check with John and then come back to me.
I will absolutely do that. My life right now is sitting by my mom.
Yeah.
My computer for 3, 4, 5 days at least.
I hope she feels better.
Yeah,
Thank you.
feels
Yeah.
quickly.
And there was a motion.
Yes.
I'll second.
I
All
already
in
did.
favor?
If I get any more, I'll send them to you.
That's great. And
Okay.
so the way this is going is with March 15th on it.
Yes, for Mass Narrow. Yeah, I will inquire and ask to change it. All right. Yep.
Well, and with the funny notes.